So we are going to take a look at Youxiaoyou's AERY game with Flash Ghost versus a Quinn. I took a quick look at the strategy earlier and it makes sense. It does. Because all you can really do to trade versus Quinn is EQ, 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 EQ. And if you take Flash Ghost, normally you don't have her low enough to be able to actually ghost and all in most of the time. But with AERY, it gives you that like little edge to where your ghost is actually able to pressure her. Especially with Doran's shield, if you go this full poke setup where all your damage comes from and AERY and Scorch, and then also you have Nimbus to help you reach her with your ghost. Makes a lot of sense because if you try to go longsword and do a poke setup like this, it's still like you're probably gonna get all in at some point versus her. Do you think common is better because equivalent is too long? I don't think common is better because she will not get hit by the comment ever because of her E and stuff. I mean, maybe she will, but seems kind of mid. Oh yeah, if I'm gonna do this here, I would start E. I would E under her right now, and then either stay on her or E over the wall. You search W, and it's good for lane if you start E too. I think W level 1 is kind of fake a lot of the time. Little bit of a bang in level 1. Not great for us. Trying to push as much as he can to play for his level 2. Not because you win level 1, but if he can get level 2, he can actually control the wave. It's really common to see cleanse in high elo on Quinn into Renekton. Renekton's only counterplay versus Quinn is to flash W. And if he can't even do that, just has no control of the game. So the area is not going to come online until level 3. So let's fast forward a little bit. So he actually went Q level 2. Some sustain and just grab those creeps. There's the first AERY Scorch proc. Now she does have fleet. I'm not sure like which is stronger right away and which like scales harder after maybe a few levels or first back. But just because we have AERY doesn't mean we're winning lane early. It just means it gives us some pressure to be able to abuse our ghost to go all in. She has no flash, and he knows that. He should know that he has flash advantage. Maybe he can use that at some point. It's so hard versus range champs to get more than just a few range creeps without losing all your health bar. You're just gonna get XP for most of these. And take a recall after cannon wave to lose the least amount he can. See how much he loses. Nice. She actually couldn't crash it. Her wave clear is that weak. He just goes boots, cloth. All the damage is going to come from AERY and Scorch. And he just wants to be tanky and then get to his tabby. It is tough to see us, man. He's only down 10 though, which is respectable for how the level 1 went. And I mean, Quinn was late to lane, so it's also not the worst for him. But being down 10 early, if you're in a good spot with whatever your setup is, by this point is not a big deal. Nice trades here. Let's look at those again. Gonna lead with EQ, get the AERY tap, get the empowered Q on the whole wave. He walks too far while he has boot advantage. You have to play around Quinn's passive procs and her fleet move speed if you want to punish her for like messing up her kiting and coming too close. Other AERY tap, it's crazy. Seems like he knows Lee can be top around this point. Uses Ghost to get out and saves his ult. This is not the worst scenario to be in. It's hard because she has Flash and Cleanse, but she's pretty low resources. Ooh, I think that's a kill. I think if he just W's there and then powered Q's or QW's, it's a kill. I'm not sure. Maybe Lee would kill. Hey, Quinn's actually pretty oob now and just used her Flash. Let me see that again. I'm not sure exactly why she flashed in. She didn't know, Pepe laugh. He doesn't flash there because her E is back up, I guess. I didn't quite see it. Or he was afraid of Lee if it wasn't. But she does have Cleanse and still has mana for E and Lee's topside, so it's a bit hard. I'm not sure if he was trying to buffer his W into her E there, like after his E, or if he was just thought he would reach her and buffer it into her E before her, or yeah, buffer it into her E before. Yeah, you can see like his sustain is actually competitive when she's on a coal buy, or else the lead pressure would be pretty hard to deal with. It's sad there was just so much action early. Okay. Arma's coming in clutch. Dude, he is so healthy for everything that just happened. It's kind of insane how much value Doran's and second win gives you. Arma actually 1v2s them and sends Quinn to her grave. And now we're chilling, are we? So he was able to pressure top enough and soak enough lead pressure for his team to finally come and back him up and turn it into something, which is sick. The setups are way too crazy. Yeah, let's see what he buys. Braves actually takes the wave. Does he get an item off that? No. He's just an asshole. Gotta love Graves players. I guess he wanted to push for Herald, which isn't the worst thing, but yeah. We went from like Omega chilling with flash advantage and Ghost coming up and the wave coming into us to Graves just pushing it. But maybe they can play for a dive at some point. We'll see. So we'll see from neutral with no Fury. There's not a lot Renekton can do. This is the only thing he can do. It trims the wave, gets a little tap on her. Walking up before was a little silly. Ooh. They don't know her cleanse timer where she was dead there. He was trying to do it after. Oh, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Victor. Let's see that again. Here comes the ghost pop. When she tries to keep punishing and doesn't back all the way up after her E, that's when he just pops Ghost and Nimbus and just runs her down. So when she's walking too close while his E is still up. So it's a Ghost trade for Cleanse trade, and now he has Flash advantage. So it's pretty good. Let's see if he gets the Flash on her. He doesn't have a lot of damage right now, but it's not bad. Okay, the boot advantage. Nice. The AERY kill. The AERY kill. Let's see that again. So this is the boot advantage. This is why they're actually even on boots. He has 10 move speed on her, but she walks past the minion wave and gets creep blocked in the minions and then tries to hit him again. If you're even on move speed or down by 10, you don't get to be that greedy with your auto attacks. She needs to play more around her fleet and her passive procs. He punished really well. We got Cassidon TP too. Now Quinn is roaming bot. So he soaked a lot of pressure this game. So his entire team, except for mid, is winning. And then he got his Graves and Karma kills, and then is able to eventually win his 1v1 with this setup too. This little combo on the Lee, timing with your teammates. I wonder how much AERY damage he actually did this game. Nice. Yeah, now the game's pretty blown open. They're up like 6k gold. So AERY has actually done 370 total damage, which I think is a lot more value than Conqueror so far. But Conqueror doesn't have a lot of... Oh, it's Febby Knight. Conqueror doesn't have a lot of value into the rest of the game either. Like, it's only versus Lee that it has much value against. Everyone else is kind of whatever. Tried to W buffer into her E there again. That used to be a lot more consistent. It was actually a consistent way that you could win the Quinn lane, was buffering your W into her E. But it's gotten a lot less consistent for some reason. It's actually like pretty hard to do. What's the next minion wave comes? He has a lot more control. Maybe it's another ghost trade. Looks like he's scared though. He knows where everyone is. I'm surprised he's scared there. I feel like he could do more. Yeah, like this. Sorry, let's go back. So as soon as she uses E, she's just gone. She's just dead on his screen. It's so good. The only time that Ghost is going to give you trouble is when you're stuck under tower and you have to take an awkward recall. But we saw that happen and he only lost like a couple creeps. So it wasn't a big deal. Then after that point, he just needed a little pressure from his team and he was strong. We'll just fast forward through the rest of the game. I don't think much more happens this game. Dude, look at how much second wind is done. 1300 healing. His area's up to 459 now, or 456. That's comboed with Scorch too, because taking area allows you to take Scorch and then Nimbus too. So overall, it's like a really smart setup into Quinn. Feels like the only way now that the W buffer is more inconsistent to consistently, have some pressure against her, even if you're not necessarily winning 1v1. It does give you a lot more pressure and a lot more ability to punish mistakes. Yeah, let's see if he gets in any fights here. He'll give us a fight. Oh. Dude, it's the Sterix buy. It looks so grief, does it not? It looks like he's inting. But this is like a really important skill for Renekton, is knowing how to bait out fights that are good for your team. And understanding like how much catch your team has and how much disengage the enemy team has. And like what you can actually get away with to get your team kills. And it turns into Baron too. So that's the Sterix power spike. He's maxing W second. I think he put... I'm interested to see when he put another point in E. Let me look at his build path. Okay, so at level 7, he did put another point in E, or is that level 8? Yeah, level 8 he did put another point in E. So just while he was still in lane, he put another point in E because it's more valuable against Quinn. Just having a shorter cooldown. But then he actually maxes W for the scaling. I do that a lot versus range champs and calms, where I'll put 2 to 3 points in E before starting to max W. Do a little inting. It's not the worst thing to get caught here because his team is pushing both lanes, but it probably would have been better if he waited a little bit longer to get caught. This team could, you know, could in-tier 5v4. It's the classic top laner for inhib trade though. I was jarring. He's not a part of a lot of fights in this game. He's getting like all of his side lane farm. Slowly walks at her menacingly. You can see like the damage fall off from having AERY isn't like insane versus squishier champs. Of course, like if you don't have Conqueror versus tankier champs, it's gonna feel pretty bad. But this is like a pretty good game to not carry. Looks like that's it. I like the tech. I think it's pretty cool. I'm gonna try this next time. I've been struggling with this lane a little bit. What do you guys think about the tech? Yo, I'm stuck. Yo, I'm probably gonna make that into a video, guys. And you guys were just arguing in chat the whole fucking video, man. You guys were just arguing in chat the whole video about what? Cookies? You bastards. You absolute bastards. I didn't really see though. Sure, it's 8% of your missing health. Wait, what are you guys talking about? Students blaming me instantly. I didn't blame you. I blamed all of you.